glamorous, sophisticated,
Oh dear, what?
and totally dazzling.
No, you are not.
To be adopted is a gift, and when it turns out that some of these adopted personalities are celebrities whose influence and contributions to our society are beyond imagination, we feel obliged to know more about them. Today, we're going to be talking about the top 10 famous celebrities you didn't know were adopted. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Mania. Make sure you stay until number 1, as you don't want to miss the most influential celebrity of our times, whose music we cherish, and his contributions to fashion and hairstyles are unforgettable. Number 10. Sarah McLachlan. Sarah Ann McLachlan, the music legend, was born to a 21-year-old student, Judy Keynes James, at the Nova Scotia College of Art and Design. When Judy decided to give her baby up for adoption due to her present circumstances, Dr. Jack McLachlan and his wife Doris adopted Judy's child shortly after her birth, on January 28, 1968, and was welcomed into a family of 5, which included her 2 new brothers. She grew up to be a Canadian musician, singer, and songwriter, and is widely recognized for founding Lilith Fair, a tour that showcased female musicians in the late 1990s. Some of her popular songs include Angel, Building a Mystery, Adia, Possession, and I Will Remember You. She won multiple Grammy Awards and 4 Juno Awards for the album Surfacing. Her hit song, Angel, has been used by the ASPCA since 2006 and has raised over $30 million for the protection of shelter animals since the ad went out on the air. Number 9. Eric Clapton. He was born in England to 16-year-old Patricia Molly Clapton and a 24-year-old Edward Walter Fryer, a Canadian soldier stationed in the United Kingdom who returned to Canada as he was already married earlier before Eric's birth. As teenage mom Patricia was not prepared to raise the child, her mother and stepfather, Rose and Jack Clapton, raised Eric without legally adopting him. Unaware of this fact, they who he believed were his parents were his grandparents, and his older sister was his mother, and discovered this truth about his parents when he was about 8. Clapton is one of the greatest rock and roll guitarists of all time, who is known for his contributions to the Yardbirds and Cream, and as a solo artist for Tears in Heaven, which was a tribute to his son who died in an accident. Recipient of 18 Grammy Awards, the Brit Award for Outstanding Contribution to Music, 4 Ivor Novello Awards from the British Academy of Songwriters, Composers and Authors, including the Lifetime Achievement Award, and selling more than 100 million records worldwide in his solo career, makes him one of the best-selling musicians of all time. Number 8. Faith Hill. Audrey Faith McGraw was born in Mississippi and was adopted as an infant by a devout Christian couple, Edna and Ted Perry, and was raised with their 2 biological sons. She was blessed to have an amazing and loving home and a positive environment. Popularly known as Faith Hill, she turned into one of the most successful country music artists of all time, and is an American singer and record producer. Her most remembered single, This Kiss, became an international hit during the late 90s, and Breathe became one of the best-selling country albums of all time. She has won 5 Grammy Awards, 15 Academy of Country Music Awards, 6 American Music Awards, and several other awards. Number 7. Gary Coleman. Gary Wayne Coleman was born to a homeless woman in just over a few days. He was adopted by Nurse Sue and forklift operator W.G. Coleman and was raised in Zion, Illinois. Gary had severe health issues before the age of 2, and as a consequence of his dialysis medication, his growth was stunted to 4 foot 8 inches. He turned into a child TV star and charmed the TV viewers in his commercials. He became one of the highest-paid child actors in the late 1970s and early 1980s. His fame and awards throughout his career included 2 Young Artist Awards and 4 People's Choice Awards, and were rated first on a list of VH1's 100 Greatest Kid Stars. Number 6. Apple Dapp. Alan Pineda Lindo was born in the Philippines to an African-American father and Filipino mother, Cristina Pineda, with his father leaving shortly after his birth and being raised by a single mother, along with his 6 younger siblings. He was being born into poverty, and he helped his family in farming. The Pearl S. Buck Foundation matched him with a sponsor named Joe Ben Hudgens, a lawyer, through a $1-a-day program, and at the age of 14, he was legally adopted and brought to the United States by Hudgens. He met 13-year-old William Adams, which blossomed into a musical friendship that later became the foundation of the hip-hop group The Black Eyed Peas. He is best known for Apple Dapp, who turned into rapper, singer, record producer, and a member of the hip-hop group. The Black Eyed Peas became internationally well-known, winning Grammys in 2005, 2006, and 2007, making Dapp the first Filipino to receive this honor. Number 5. Melissa Gilbert. Melissa Ellen Gilbert was born to a newly engaged couple, Kathy Wood and David Darling, in Los Angeles, and given up for adoption. A day later, actor and comedian Paul Gilbert and his wife, dancer and actress Barbara Crane, adopted her and was raised in the Jewish religion. Melissa began searching for her birth parents in her 20s and flew to Vegas to meet Darlington, where she found out that Kathy had died in a motorcycle accident in 1980, and her father wasn't what she expected. Melissa got her start as a child actor for her role as Laura Ingalls Wilder on Little House on the Prairie show, which ran from 1974 to 1983. As an adult, she continued her career mainly in television and films, and as an American actress, television director, producer, politician, and former president of the Screen Actors Guild. Number 4. Nelson Mandela. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, and at the age of 9, his father died of lung disease, and his mother entrusted him to the guardianship of the Thembo Regent, where he was adopted by Chief Jongintaba Dalindyebo of the Thembo people as a favor, as Mandela's father had recommended Dalindyebo to be named chief. Dalindyebo, who saw the potential in Mandela, encouraged him to become a young leader within the tribe. Mandela became the anti-apartheid revolutionary, political leader, and served 27 years in prison, who later became the president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. Being recognized as a symbol of democracy and social justice, he received more than 250 honors, including the Nobel Peace Prize, and became one of the greatest leaders in the world. Number 3. Jamie Foxx. Eric Marlon Bishop was born to Daryl Bishop and Louise Annette Talley Dixon, who was adopted originally by Eric's maternal grandparents. Eric was young when his parents left him, which left his maternal grandparents to pick up the responsibility of caring for and adopting him. He was in high regard for his adopted parents, specifically his grandmother, whom he credits for his success. She encouraged him to play the piano, a skill that she believed would help him if he ever needed it. He came to be known as Jamie Foxx, who became widely known for his portrayal of Ray Charles, for which he won the Academy Award, BAFTA, Screen Actors Guild Award, Critics' Choice Movie Award, and Golden Globe Award for Best Actor in a Leading Role. Foxx is also a Grammy Award-winning musician, American actor, singer, songwriter, comedian, and television presenter. He keeps as close as possible with his birth parents and family, whom he treasures. Number 2. Steve Jobs. Steve Paul Jobs was born in San Francisco to Joanne Carol Schiebel, a graduate student of Wisconsin University, and Abdul Fattah Jandali, a PhD in political science, and Joanne's teaching assistant. As her parents were not supportive of their relationship, and neither of the couple had the financial means to raise a child, Steve was adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs, a couple who had been unable to have children. He never met his birth parents, but he developed a close bond with his biological sister, Mona Simpson, when he was 27. He described her as one of my best friends in the world, according to The Telegraph. He only acknowledged that Paul and Clara were the only parents he ever knew. Steve became CEO of Apple in 1997. Following his company's acquisition of Next, he was a distinguished person of the personal computer revolution of the 1970s and 1980s. Number 1. John Lennon. John Winston Ono Lennon was born to Julia and Alfred Lennon. When he was about 5 years old, his parents' marriage failed, and Lennon was raised by his Aunt Mimi and Uncle George, who did not have any children of their own. It was Julia who bought John his first guitar, as his aunt was not supportive of his interest in music. At the age of 18, his mother passed away in an accident in 1958, and her memory was the inspiration for the 1968 Beatles song, Julia. Lennon achieved worldwide fame as the founder, co-lead vocalist, rhythm guitarist of the Beatles, and compositions with Paul McCartney. He is best remembered that he changed the world through art and music. While you're here, go ahead and click on one of these two videos on your screen. We'll see you there.